I'm a mathematician. The very fact that we can do mathematics, to me, is an indicator that this is a word-based universe, to put it that way.
You cut them, but you do not have an analytic step-like manner. So then you believe that you can understand somehow what is one, what is an object. How can your mind, you see, and then you are capable to say like this proposition, like I observe the reality with my eyes. But maybe who said if you have eyes does not enter infinity and wonderful things into your eyes, and you understand. So when you are quick to judge by some in a frame of words that you are trained to, and you are trained to recognize there the truth. And when like okay, somebody is telling you see this is true, you say yes. So in this manner you understand you are tricked. Okay, so another video I'll talk about the reductionism. For John Lennox, I learned many things. So it's I pay back, like, okay, so like a Christian to Christian somehow is not a critic. This video, although many times I critic when I comment. So you see, when you reduce like this stupid manner, everything is energy in blue and blue, an infinite point decimal, blah blah, and you make stupid child things like this, and okay, so if you understand all the sciences, all the intellect is supposed only that you think about a point, if you understand. So the point belongs to itself and is many points in one, in intersection, because it is defined through any intersection, any line, like it has different definitions, like in proposing intersection, so becomes infinite if you want. But it is not the same geometrical unity. From this, you see, you have this one. You see, like from here to here, it is a geometrical unity. Now, if you understand, you can understand the unity of geometry. Okay, you have a bit smaller one. Look, one. You see, this is a smaller one. This is a bigger one, a geometrical one. And I did not tell you what dimension, like in inch, in centimeter. You see this, you understand now, like it's bigger or smaller than there are still concepts. Okay, so it is not measurable, but you understand that it's smaller, and then I did not put the measures. Okay, so but this one is not this one, if you understand, from arithmetics. Somehow by René Descartes intersecting, you are forgetting, all of you, if you put in René Descartesian Cartesian systems the basis of the physical science, basically like Newton science. René Descartes made it first, before Newton. Okay, so if you have like René Descartes like this, okay, this cross, if you know it, like it can be three-dimensional, x, y, z, like Newton, the force manifests in three directions. Okay, you have this cross, and you put a geometrical object, this in the cross. If you know, you make the complex numbers and things like this. You understand there's no a bigger rational mistake, because you are working with both concepts of unity of geometry, unity, metaphysical unity. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You see, is more like geometrical unity. So if you understand, it is natural number more like geometry than you are believing, because if it do not be, okay, but you can think of the unity if there's some physical property, it is like red, always red. It's a property, okay? It does not have a unity of geometry. So you put geometry here, but the property you define with the same numbers. You see the property of red. So you are somehow misled that you can define everything with numbers. So in this manner, only some combination of numbers gives you red in your childlike mind. But if you understand, if you have, let's say like this is a horse, like a frequency, like a horse of ondulation, like a horse. What you put in the back of the horse? You can put properties. So horse can carry many things. What you put in the back. So if you have this ondulation, physical ondulation, like in geometrical manner, you can put like on a horse a property in it. So the property is not anymore like space-time property. It transcends space-time, not being space-time itself, if you understand. So if you do not understand this stuff, you are being like children. So how can you put now in this wonderful geometry a property to put in the back of ondulation or space-time ondulation property? If you understand now what things, if the point moves through a point in space and intersects other points, it changes them, like it hits them. So but now if something moves and the movement in a straight line, but it carries different charges, different properties. In philosophy they know this stuff, but you are fast to believe science and belief. So nobody tells you this, and they do not read anymore, but still you cannot find this analysis okay everywhere, even if you want to read them. So this is a cultural channel, if you understand. So
I'm a mathematician. The very fact that we can do mathematics to me is an indicator that this is a word-based universe, to put it that way.
So now let me came at what they are saying, like both science in this video, to comment from the video, okay?
And he said, in ancient times, people needed God to explain supernatural things. So, for example, if you had a solar eclipse, people in ancient times would think that would be the wrath of God manifested. But nowadays, that science has explained that, we don't need God anymore. So science has replaced God. We know there's no mystery there. We know how the planets move. We can explain what happens during a solar eclipse, and we can actually predict all of this next solar eclipse for the next 1,000 years. So science has replaced God. This is part of the secularization theory. And we live in a very secular society in the UK.
Think of Isaac Newton and his wonderful law of gravitation. And I used to love explaining it to students, how you get an equation with 8 symbols in it, and from it you could deduce the motion of the planets around the sun. It is just brilliant stuff. Now, when Newton discovered that, did he think, right, I have now got an equation that allows me to deduce the motion of the planets from it. I don't need God. No, he didn't. He wrote what was perhaps the most brilliant book in the history of science, the Principia Mathematica, and he dedicated it to, with the hope that thinking people would see in it evidence for the existence of a divine intelligence behind the universe, because his argument was this: I found this wonderful mathematical description of what goes on in between heavy bodies and how they move. What a brilliant God who did it that way. And it's exactly that in the way we normally think.
But I will continue this mathematical stuff in other videos. I will make, this is my fight against you, for you to understand that the science is wrong, and you cannot see the universe. They trick you. You cannot see the universe, and our galaxy is a sphere, and you see the planet is spherical, okay? The gravity did not make them like they did not know what gravity is. So to comment what they are saying, okay? If you understand now, like exactly for you, I'm telling you, John Lennox, okay? Maybe you'll hear this, okay? So if you understand, they measure the sky like this, Kepler, and I already tell you with angles like this. There did not imply any Newton. You are believing that calculating gravity due to mass, okay? He made a force like this, and he invented the mathematical things exactly in the same time with Leibniz. So they were fighting on this. If you understand, and they made two different equations. This is telling you, if you know mathematics, if you watch this video about philosophy of mathematics, you understand that the equation of Leibniz is not equal with a Newton equation. So the physics is wrong. You do not believe this because you are captivated in a logical mathematical reasoning, but you do not understand how they do not apply it on the world. Even though maybe you are a great mathematician, there's a spell of a language. So if you know there are two kinds of truths, and one of them is defining it in itself in a language, in interior. So you have a logic in interior the language, but it's not if you understand. So if you see the equation, force equal mass times acceleration, Newton, and if you understand the kinetic energy of Leibniz is force equals 1.5 mass times velocity squared, they are not equal. So the physics is false, if you understand. But it's the both thing, and this is not energy, it's force. It is not electric energy. So if you do not understand that 1.5 A is not equal with B, with B, okay, it is if you assign some. If you do not understand that this, okay, so now you understand they made it in a mathematical manner. Above the head of Kepler was a sphere. And from ancient times, the planets and the galaxies were cataloged by Messier. New galaxies. They were observing with the telescope. You can see them in 1600s. Okay, above the heads of it, there was a semi-sphere, like this. They were inside the sphere. The problem was the sun in the middle or the earth, Copernicus. But above their head was a semi-sphere like this, and he said that it was a sphere, like our galaxy was a sphere. In 1900, everybody forgets this. Okay. So Kepler observed it in the mathematical manner. All the stars move in the circle like this, in circles. So you do not have to have a property like in Newton force of kinetic energy. Kepler observed only that the stars are moving in circles, and so planets like this, Mars, Jupiter, Uranus, Venus, they were known by 100 after Christ, okay, in a book they are written about, okay, Ptolemy, okay. So there are some stars, wandering stars, they are moving like this. All the stars make like this circles. And so how do you explain them? Okay, so now they suppose the sun is the middle, and if you put the earth like here, you see how if you suppose that it is a semi-sphere above your head, why they will do like this? And they calculated through mathematics, and then Newton came and he introduced the force, and now you are believing because in the intersecting many things, like you see, and the science is wrong. Intersecting like gravity in popular manner is attraction. It is not attraction. Is from Galileo. So I'm telling you this. This is, you understand everybody's mistakes, even John Lennon. So what science they have? Okay, where they are going intersecting in mathematical manner. If you understand. They are not treating any gravity, it's not due to mass. Even Newton times is not due to mass. If you suppose that it is hitting a body, you know the speed. calculate mathematically the speed, and you suppose a mass, and you suppose from Earth, like if you hit a mass with a force, how much speed you can imprint to it, and until it will stop. So Newton making the law on Earth like a force and mass, he supposed, let's put this force in circle. Let's see if you hit on the Earth something with a force, it pushes it and it will stop. So now let's suppose that every body is the same density mass like Earth. And now if you push on Earth with a force, a body, to maintain a constant speed, you must understand that it must be applied a force on it, on the planets, to push them. And what is this force? But if you take from Earth like that, you see, it will stop. You take this constant, you apply this density, you'll understand what is the force that push the planet. But now who is producing it? Newton did not say this. But if you now are saying that in a popular manner it is attraction and the sun attract the earth and things like that, you do not understand. He supposed that it is a force, did not knew who produced it. Between the sun and the earth is a force that is hitting and if you understand the laws of a boomerang can make, you can treat on straight like a field, and if you imprint two forces like circular forces, you came back, if you understand, in a straight field. So now how is this field and who is producing it? So now if you calculate from Kepler time with the angles, the planets, and then you make the force on Earth, you seeing like a mass object push with a quantity of force will make mechanical work on this distance. Now you'll understand that they make some medium of masses and like this, but it's not produced by the planets. This is the trick. It is not produced by the planets. And that's why they did not know what gravity is. It is light, is a light field, is not. And I'm telling you who is producing it, okay? I'm telling you who is producing it. Our galaxy is a sphere like this, and the solar system of Copernic or not Copernic is the middle. The sun, if you want. And then our galaxy, like you have this empty, it is empty only of the solar system. And the stars are put in clouds at the border of our galaxy. So if you understand now, look who is producing. I'm showing to you who is producing this gravity. It's not due to mass relation between this clouds is producing gravity. If you do not understand, they switch everything. These clouds are surrounding our galaxy. Big clouds, black clouds, illuminated like an ocean in darkness. Full billions of kilometers like this, and produce a field. A part of it was discovered by Penzias, if you know, the microwave background radiation. This is why they wondered if it is not light itself. Einstein similarly asked, what is the speed of connection of this gravity force? He did not understand that it is only telling you that it's hitting by area, Newton said, okay? So I'm commenting, you saw that they do not understand gravity, only he says that he teaches it or something.
So science doesn't really explain the things that we think it explains.
No, that's important.
It's very limited.
Yes, but what you're hinting at there is even deeper, because I used to think at school, because I was pretty naive then, I suppose, that Newton's law of gravity explained gravity. It doesn't, you know. Nobody yet knows really what gravity is. Newton's law of gravitation gives you a mathematical capacity to calculate what happens when heavy bodies move in relation to one another so accurately that it'll help you land a person on the moon. But Newton realized all those years ago that it doesn't tell you what gravity is. So even within science itself, a scientific explanation is rarely, if ever, a complete explanation. I've focused in the last year on the last several years on the nature of explanation, because I feel there's huge confusion about it.
It is produced, it is converging in the sun, ignites even the sun. And it is the electromagnetic field many composed from many parts like light and magnetism and microwave background radiation, how you are telling in many spectrum of lights, which is produced by the clouds, by this border, and comes in the cell like this, in converges in the sun. It's nice thing, and in these ways pushes the planet. But if you understand that the light does not has a relation with mass, it can push something, but through hooks, like you hook something, like you, when you fish something, it hooks is hooks like with electromagnetic field of earth or a mass. You understand they calculate it only by defining it by mass on density. So Newton says that somehow this field must be in a given circle. If you take the sun-earth distance and the speed 365 days, this is the speed of the earth. It's not hard, okay? And you have a circle with a radius. In this radius, it sweeps with a force to push always the earth. And I've told you there's two forces, like this, and a boomerang can make this in a straight field. But now supposing that it is attraction between, it will collapse. The sun does not attract the earth, because it's going to be, if it is going to be 0.00, it is a mathematics video, you understand this, I'm right. 0.001 being acceleration will be accelerated toward the sun and collapse if you are imbeciles. You understand? So it is not, it is acceleration, okay? This field, it is pushing the earth, but it's not attraction between. But now they say that it falls towards the sun. They do not understand this. They believe that Newton, because that imbecile poem in the beginning of the book, Newton made that, the stars, Newton, it's a poem at the beginning of the book. But if you read the book and not the poem, okay? The poem is everybody that is science in this day. So I'm telling you, these clouds are surrounding our galaxy, you see? And gravity is not due to mass, how they are believing. They are pushes, the force pushes the mass. A force makes mechanical work. If you understand, I'm coherent. I've told you it big. You see, the stars are small, you see? Are small, and they are not gravitational systems. They are not like our sun. Giordano Bruno said this, the force, in his epoch, in 1300. The stars are cold, and they are not gravitational systems. At the border of our galaxy, there are clouds like this, clouds. And the stars are putting clouds. And the clouds produce the energy, like a cloud produces thunders. Like you see how much voltage and energy it interrupts your televisions and things like this. So the clouds are producing an energy that converts and pushes all the planets. But it hooks them by mass, by density. But you can mesh this mathematical somehow, but it's not produced by the masses himself. So in this manner you understand the black holes, and he says about Stephen Hawking and how much smart you must choose between science and God. You must choose between being stupid and more stupid, if you understand. This are the clouds, and you are seeing Hubble picture. I have with music in my channel 1,000 pictures. You see them, 90% of them containing clouds. So the stars are putting clouds. They are not forming through coagulation of attraction. Gravity is not attraction, it's Galileo's acceleration, and not dependence from us. So you imagine this cloud surrounding us, our sphere, like this, like all over the place. Now you understand why galaxies are. The galaxies are clouds of stars like this, clouds like this. You see, I printed them. They're from Hubble and Webb Space Telescope. You see, galaxies are stars, put like this, surrounding, and you see that all orientated towards us. And they are not, if you understand 100,000 years, you must grab different times from a center. If this is a mathematical video, you understand. To grab from the present, this star's 1 year, this star 2 years, this star the same object, the same name from the middle to to radiate gravity, to grab this star one in, and all the stars in radius of 100,000 years, let's say that our galaxy has. So they're imbecile, do not understand that these stars are small. Like this is a full-fledged flower, see, but it is small. But the geometry is like a flower. So this is flowers of light, like, and you understand, but it is small and close. And it is surrounding our galaxy like this, all over the place. And you see like antenna dishes, perfect towards us. God said it, put it to illuminate towards the earth. You look like towards the earth, you see. 99% of the galaxies are full towards us, full. And they invented this gravity are collapsing, like because they are attraction. You understand, it's not attraction. This body does not attract this body, you understand? This body does not attract this body. These are static clouds. Static clouds, in their popular manner, this black stuff is not void, they're clouds. And they are the cause of gravity. They produce light, and this light ignites the star. All the luminous objects in their path, it ignites them. They are clouds made from different gases and clouds made and matter that we know how to produce light, okay? When you heat it with energy, it produces light. And this light ignites in an invisible manner, like in microwave. You put a light bulb, you know, in a microwave. And everything that is producing light in this path is circulated through all the galaxy. And in his path converges in the planet, pushes them, and ignites even the sun. But these stars are not like our sun. They are cold. They do not know how to produce only with flames, with temperature. You see how small. But if you be attraction, they will collapse in the same plane, the same place. And they are both of our galaxy. And what I'm telling you wrong, because they are tricking you. We cannot see the universe. Let's see how it looks. But we must go through this black stuff. What I'm telling you wrong, let's go on this planet, Jupiter, was discovered Galileo, not in these days. In 1600s, Ganymede, Callisto. Let's go colonize. This planet is made from water. Our galaxies was made in water. Were splitting, voided, and then ignited all the stars at once. So if you make this antinomy, science versus religion and belief and blah 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 blah, and you speak one more 100 years, this say I'm telling you, let's go to the star, let's go here, we can go here. It seems crazy, but I don't know how can I tell you anymore, okay? So that's why let me maybe somebody will intersect me like I intersecting this video that points in an infinite manner, okay? I like an appeal for a Christian, John Lennox, okay? So a mathematician. Maybe there will be another Christian and they will understand that I'm not lying, okay? You understand what is the basis of your more complex and computational and rational and system, that it is mathematics, that is based on many beliefs and many a priori given things, unreducible. So, but I'm telling you, this is my passion. Let's go colonize planets, if you understand. Let's go to see what is beyond these clouds. We can go here, if you understand. We can go here. We can go, imagine to go with a ship here. Let me tell you how it will look. This is like a black sea, like a sea, like an ocean. Darkness, full of darkness, and from place to place there are luminous objects. They say, and it is an energy that it is ignites them. And if you go close, you can see maybe like ripples of light, or like a flickering, like this. And this distance is like a moon-Earth distance. Imagine you go with a ship at the moon, few days above an ocean that produces lights in different colors and manners. And imagine that it are hills. This is not in a flat plane, like in a flat plane. You see it at a distance, but imagine that it is hills and mountains of you understand, like a big ocean, frozen still. They are not frozen like water frozen. They are maintained like in one position. They're fixed. God made them like this. Okay, the energy is not okay. Only makes like this some stars, but it's not pushing them. But there are some movements even. Imagine that you can see a river here if you approach. How big is a river on earth? Imagine Nile from Egypt, like crossing the continent. But imagine a river from here to here, like a river of Mercury could be. All the Mendeleev. Imagine what beautiful is our galaxy. And stop line. Imagine to go here with a ship, to see these many points of light above a sea of black water and with different colors and mountains, and you can go in some caves like in these clouds. These clouds are caving, and there's some movement, but basically statics. Imagine how beautiful it is. This is made from Webb Space Telescope. This is not a gravitational system. If you believe that you are stupid, you are lying. The gravity is not due to mass. And you cannot maintain 100,000 years if you understand. You are lying to interdict this planet to go, to make stuff. And let's go here, you imagine, this is what I want, this is what I want, you understand? And you stop this humanity with this pretense science, with this pretense, you understand? This is almost in the same plane. This is two stars. This is a star. This is a star with cloud. Like Jupiter. Jupiter has rings. You understand? Like Saturn has rings, okay? It has rings. This is a star with a ring. And it is not burning. That's why it's not pushing the cloud. It is, and this black stuff, it is still, but it's not power to illuminate. Or in near vicinity, you put like a light in the ocean, it illuminates only. You go like in a driving manner with some light, you see all the ocean. You not. The light diminishes with square of the distance. So you understand it is illuminating only because this is the source. You can only here are concentrated objects that can capture light that is produced by these clouds, and we can go, and this is the same plane, almost the same plane. There are billions of kilometers of stars. It's not like a flat, but if you traverse through this like in a submergible manner, like because the billions of, you will see the universe are by unique. You like this planet enough, okay? We must go here. This is my will. This is a static clouds now in contemporary with us, not from 4 billion light years ago, not from crazy mathematics that you do not know even on paper. Only with words, with sinister words, bad poems, okay? Imagine how to go here. This is not who's going to burn you, like our sun. Does not have flames, that you can emit light without burning, okay? And even though it will have, some of them have, but not all of them. There's every kind of manner of producing light. Imagine how to fly with a ship above this, okay? An ocean with different mountains of light, different types of light. If you understand how beautiful is here, it is not gravitational system. Each point like this, it is like an installation, Christmas installation, not a sun. You do not have in a Christmas tree suns, only that if you have small points of light, okay? This is not a sun, this is not a sun. This, all of it is a star somehow, if you understand. The single one. This is not a black hole. You see, you do not make light, black and black light. This is light, it is light, okay? And this is not gravitational system. Spiral goes inside, okay? Imagine how beautiful it is to go here. 90 years you reach here with our current technology. You do not believe me? Okay, this is the video, big one, but I want to go here, not to be postponed by some pretend scientists, gravity, blah blah. I want to go to this crooked stuff, you see, crooked one. This is a mathematical patterns. God wanted to show that he knows mathematics, beautiful like flowers. but you do not admit even about the floor that has a beautiful patterns, mathematical pattern. You cannot obtain it. You cannot have a single equation that to define the entire geometry. If you know, you must have an equation if you make like a movement, geometrical movement, and you cannot apply the same mathematics, geometric, to make another mathematical movement pattern. Like in this manner, you understand, you cannot have the same law of gravity, how he says, to entail everything. From the moment we have the gravity, we have everything, because nobody understands, so let's trick everybody. You cannot have the same law to apply it and to entail the whole geometry. You understand? You cannot, if you understand mathematics. So let's go to the stars, man. Let's colonize Mars, Venus, and things like this. And let's go wonderful things in this generation, because we can. And stop lying that this antinomy is like made for children. Some lords like in 1600, they did not want to be with God, and Laplace guy like Napoleon that said that you can interpreting the gravity also wrong. You can coagulate gases and make for gravity. Gravity is a force, it manifests in all manners. It's not a gathering factor, okay? It's a force. Mass times acceleration. You do not understand. It's a circular one, a perpendicular one, all manners. Like Napoleon, that he knew how the stars were coagulating. And you are stick with this bush. This is not hydrogen. You cannot produce from hydrogen stars. You cannot. Light, I mean, okay? Okay, so from pure hydrogen, okay? Only if you heat it with already with light with something, but it does, okay. So
science doesn't really explain the things that we think it explains.
No, that's
It's
important.
very limited.
Yes, but what you're hinting at there is even deeper, because I used to think at school, because I was pretty naive then, I suppose, that Newton's law of gravity explained gravity. It doesn't, you know. Nobody yet knows really what gravity is. Newton's law of gravitation gives you a mathematical capacity to calculate what happens when heavy bodies move in relation to one another so accurately that it'll help you land a person on the moon. But Newton realized all those years ago that it doesn't tell you what gravity is. So even within science itself, a scientific explanation is rarely, if ever, a complete explanation. I've focused in the last year on the last several years on the nature of explanation, because I feel there's huge confusion about it.
So this is the video I've tried to make to bring your mind to the basis of mathematics and to understand the concept of atoms of thoughts. Okay, but this is my heart. I want to go, and I want to go to the stars. And I say you see, not like a proud thing. Like this generation, the people, stop lying them in the schools. 99% of the schools should be decommissioned, if you understand. They are telling you lies and they arrest you. Like in no time in old days, they arrest you 12 years. No, only from 100 years ago, if you understand. If you do not understand, all this planet is like in a prison. A mental prison brought to you by demonical bullshit scientists. If you understood the mathematics is filled with belief and things like this. And no generation before us was making 12 years of school. No generation before us. To arrest some people 12 years in school and you lie to them physics, incoherent physics, and incoherent even mathematics. If you understand, mathematics is like a poem, is like, because Euclid said so. So if you understand. Okay, this is my channel. Like, share and subscribe. Big video about mathematics. I speak about reductionism also for Lennox. he in a video, maybe I will not find the video, he is speaking about how many types of reductionists he knows. This is the basis of one causality and one matter. Everything's an energy, and you have a law, crazy one, makes everything, okay? Maybe you see, I'm like I have a humane, but I know stuff, if you understand. Okay, goodbye, God bless, like, share and subscribe. Big cultural channel with big stuff, okay? If you see my channel, you see that 99% of theoretical science is wrong. Okay, we can go to the stars, man.